tackles, and he has had a tendency to hang back just a little bit, but Charles Cross gives up the hit, but he's there to make the catch.
First sack given up by Seattle. This pass is thrown, and it's broken up. Darby was there with Fant, the target, and that'll bring up 4th down and 16, and Bradley Chubb made the play on that possession for Seattle.
Yeah, he sure did, and they needed him to make a play, and he got it done and stopped the drive after Geno was able to pick up that 1 first down, and now Denver gets another shot.
That brings Michael Dixon onto the field. Dixon is one of the best in the league and a real weapon for Seattle. 5th-round pick out of Texas, and he's consistently been one of the best. New long snapper is Carson Tinker, and this one is punted to Washington, who makes the catch inside the 20 and goes nowhere. Travis Homer downfield made that play. And we've seen good special teams play by a couple of backup running backs for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson back to work, down 4. With the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, 91 touchdown passes in the 4th quarter, the most since he was a 3rd-round pick out of Wisconsin and a starter right away. After the Seahawks had added Matt Flynn, Pete Carroll wanted to go with Russell Wilson. And all he did was Seattle's win. Took him to a Super Bowl, won a Lombardi Trophy the very next season. And back in 2014, only to come up just short to the Patriots. Gain of 4 here by Javonte Williams.
Well, and these 12s have seen it all too often when they were rooting for Russell Wilson, and they know that no lead is safe until this game is over. He's just done it too many times on too big of stages for anybody to be able to relax.
To this point, I think it's fair to say Geno Smith has outplayed Russell Wilson with a lot of factors involved. But a chance here for Russell Wilson to remind the Seahawks and their fans what he can do. Toss to Williams, and Tariq Woolen, the rookie, came up and might be banged up.
Yeah, he is.
After making that stop.
He's got that stinger. You see the right shoulder and arm just goes limp. And boy, it's a heck of a job by him. And I've already talked about it, how they are willing to come up and make plays, and he does. And he pays a price.
Sidney Jones, who battled a concussion during the preseason, didn't play, is in for Woolen.
Boy, if Russell Wilson's aware of that, they don't give him help. They've got Josh Jones over to his side right now as a safety. You'd think you'd target him.
He saw him. Play clock nearly expired. 3rd down. Wilson fires, pass caught. That's Sutton. And Cortland Sutton with a big first down for Denver out across the 40 as he gets 17.
Well, you talked about how Sidney Jones comes in. He doesn't carry that route at all, and so that's why there's that big void. He comes in off the bench. He hasn't been playing, as you said, because he's had the concussion. He just stood there and just opened up a huge lane for Sutton to sit there. He was open for a while.
Very close to a delay of game, but they just got that snap away and now get a screen going for Williams, who ran into a hit delivered by Jordan Brooks. Brooks, who is a budding star in this league with a franchise record 183 tackles a year ago, even playing alongside Bobby Wagner, who was right behind him.
That's right. He was second in the league in tackles. Bobby Wagner was 3rd. And boy, they are sure excited about his future. He's going to be the face, if not already, of this defense.
2nd and 9. Wilson, Judy, Jerry Judy with some room to run, down inside the 40. 18 yards for number 10, who has a 67-yard touchdown in this game.
Well, Jerry Judy, he's able to come off the line of scrimmage uncontested, just right to the middle. Nobody's there, and then it's a foot race, and he's going to win most of those. Not many guys are going to be able to run with the quickness and speed that he has in the middle of the field. That was pretty easy pitch and catch for those two.
Russ starting to cook on this drive, 4 for 4. Hands to Gordon. Melvin Gordon breaking tackles down inside the 30. An 8-yard gain by number 25.
Pretty good 1-2 punch that those two have. Similar in a lot of ways. In the way that they run the football, Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams.
Able to get set. Play clock was inside 5 again. Judy downfield overthrown. Never saw the ball and pressure by Nwosu.
Well, they run a game up front with Nwosu, and man, he has a straight shot right in on Wilson. This guy, I mentioned him a little bit earlier, what he was able to do in Los Angeles with the Chargers. He had 17 quarterback hits last year for them, and that would have led the team for Seattle. He's had a nice night. He's been all over the place applying some pressure.
3rd down and 2. Wilson keeps Judy. A lot of room for Jerry Judy out of bounds inside the 15. Well-designed play, and once Russell Wilson dropped it over the defender, 14 yards for Judy.
Eric Saubert, the tight end, he takes 2 with him, and so when Judy comes out to the flat, that's why there was nobody there to then pick him up. And Russell Wilson, you're right. I mean, he navigated that perfectly and just lays it right over the top.
Judy now 4 catches, 102, and a touchdown. End zone. Pass is incomplete for Saubert. Diving try by the 4th tight end on their depth chart. Almost corralled it.
Wilson had Saubert right away. I mean, he got behind him right away. He's a good 4 yards behind any defender. But when you're rolling to your left, you're just not able to throw it as quickly as what you would if you're rolling to your right. So by the time Wilson gets set up, the defense is able to get back into position. But that was a missed opportunity.
2nd and 10. 10th play of this drive coming. Wilson connects with Williams. Ridden out by Barton. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, right idea. I mean, pretty easy. You get him matched up on Cody Barton and make it now a pretty manageable situation on 3rd down.
Broncos have converted on 3rd and 4 and 3rd and 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 3.
Nathaniel Hackett's over there wondering what he has to do to punch one in.
Williams, 1st down. Knocked out by Barton, but not before Javonte Williams sets up 1st and goal.
Well, no, we talked about it. Seattle hasn't brought pressure much, but they bring 5 on this one, and so you got Javonte Williams, who then goes out, and nobody's there to pick him up. Just a nice decision by Russell Wilson. Right idea, I think, by Clint Hurt, the defensive coordinator, but not able to get there, and then you just vacate a zone.
Broncos right now are 3 yards away from their first lead of this game.
Well, Denver is 0 for 3 in the red zone tonight.
Wilson keeps. Flips, passes. No signal yet. Still no signal. Incomplete to Tomlinson.
Who broke the tie? Whoever they're trying to decide whether or not he had it. Let's take a look. One. Yeah, it looks like it's right on the line. I've been impressed with these officials and what they've seen and the calls they've made.
Second and goal.
They got the big boys inside. Al Woods going forward.
Flag shuts it down. Flag shuts it down even though Andrew Beck took it in.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense for the 14.
And this crowd takes pride in that third Broncos false start of the game.
Boy, I'll say they definitely take pride in that.
I mean, so tantalizingly close over and over for the Denver Broncos, but unable to punch it in here in the second half.
Yeah, this one's on Russell Wilson.
They're late again. Play clock at 1. They get it away. Wilson bails. End zone. Incomplete for Judy. And it's third and goal.
This is really astounding to watch. Seattle and how stiff they have been. Down here in the red zone, inside the 10, inside the 5. They've made plays, some of it self-inflicted, of course, by Denver.
14th play of this drive.
Cortland Sutton at the top of the screen, one-on-one.
Wilson gets hit. Pass is incomplete. Pressure by Shelby Harris, and it's fourth and goal. And the kicking unit will come on for the Denver Broncos as again the Broncos and Russell Wilson stall with the ball inside the 10.
It was such a great job. I mean, teams are going to get yards, they're going to move the football, but they have tightened things down when they've had to.
McManus from 26. 1-point game. But that is now 3 times the Broncos have been inside the 10. And they've come away without a touchdown. For our total replay, brought to you by DraftKings Daily Fantasy. And it's been heartbreaking for the Denver Broncos, who have fumbled on a 4th and goal from the 1 and a 3rd and goal from the 1. And then just moments ago, this attempt on 3rd and goal came up empty. And with that, the Broncos are the first team to lose 2 fumbles on plays starting from the 1 since 1987. And the Chiefs in a strike game. So they're making history the wrong way, as they have been knocking on the door, but no one will answer. DJ Dallas on the return. And a nice return out across the 30.
Another good return by DJ Dallas. They've been excellent.
We'll be back in 15 seconds after this from Sony Pictures.
Critics are raving. The Woman King is a big-hearted action epic. Viola Davis is a force of nature. It's the gladiator of our time.
We are the blade of freedom!
The Woman King, rated PG-13, in theaters Thursday.
6:08 left. Seahawks with the ball at their 30. Only the Seahawks' 3rd possession this half. Fumbled and punted. And this one starts with a short completion to Will Dissly. A gain of 2.
We'll see if Geno Smith can get a little something going and take time off the clock and ideally punch it into the end zone. That's what they're hoping to do. Big problem with Denver is a lot of, with these penalties, Seattle has gotten a lot of first downs because of penalties on the Denver Broncos. They've been helping them along.
Smith to Fant. The race to the sideline. Another short gain, well played by Denver defensively. Just 3 yards. And so right away, third down.
Yeah, right away, third and long. And, after that defense has been on the field for a little while, and even though they were able to hold and keep Denver from getting in the end zone and 3 points, to go 3 and out in this situation, not ideal.
Third down and 6. Pressure off the edge, and Smith is sacked by Bradley Chubb. He's made 2 big plays here in the second half. And that brings up fourth down, a loss of 10.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb has come alive here in the second half, and he's starting to do the things that we were expecting him to do when the game began. And he's one-on-one. Charles Cross, like I said, not a lot of time. Now, as I mentioned, Geno Smith he doesn't feel that, and he doesn't slide up. You've got Phil Haynes, the left guard. He's getting pushed back a little bit too, but you slide up and help out your tackles if you can. He hasn't been able to, but what a great job defensively by Denver, forcing a 3 and out and getting the ball right back into the hands of Russell Wilson.
That is the first 3 and out by either side. As Dixon gets the high snap, hits it. Washington stays away, and this will check up near the 22. 54-yard punt, nothing on the return. Back to work number 3, down by 1, late in Seattle. Titans take on the Bills in Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern on ESPN with Steve Levy, Dan Orlovsky, Louis Riddick, Laura Rutledge. Big night 2, and now big night continues for Russell Wilson. 32 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter, only Matthew Stafford more since Russell Wilson came into the league in 2012. Well, wearing the other uniform, and he starts with a handoff to Gordon. And Melvin Gordon on first down, brought down by Monet, picks up 5.
I'm not sure Russell Wilson would want it any different than it is right now. With under 4 minutes to play, down, and an opportunity to drive the length of the field, and no time left on the clock, and win this ball game here at Lumen Field, where he had so many great moments for so many years.
Tariq Woolen, the rookie, back out there for Seattle, 27. Wilson throws, and a drop by Judy. That first down yardage could not make the catch, and that brings up third down and 5.
Well, the right tackle, Cam Fleming, he got away with one because he about hog-tied. Guy coming off the edge.
This tired crowd cranks it up again. Wilson throws, passes, caught. And a reach for the first down, depends where they put it.
Oh, it's close.
It is close by Okwuegbunam. I mean, it's right at the marker. Cody Barton tried to hold him short of the stick. And we'll have a measurement.
It's that he's done right there. I mean, he's way short, and he just keeps going, and that second effort made it at least a measurement.
Diggs the initial stop, Barton at the end. It's either a first down or fourth down in inches. Wow. And They're giving him the first down.
Wow, where's Gene Steratore? You got to slide the index card in there, don't you?
I mean, there was a little daylight in there, but they're going to say first down.
Wow, that's about as close as it gets.
Clete Blakeman made the call right away. And Pete Carroll is going to challenge. He'll be challenging the spot. We'll take another look at it. A challenge by the Seahawks. Timeout in Seattle. Announced to the crowd that the ruling on the field stands just a moment ago. So that cost Pete Carroll a timeout. That could come back to haunt him. First and 10 at the 32. Pass is caught. Albert again, and he is wrestled down after a gain of 6.
Playing a pretty soft zone coverage, and Russell's going to see that. He's going to take it all the way down the field if they continue to play that.
Second and 4. Gordon gets it and doesn't go far. Got 2 maybe. As big Al Woods, 35 years old, 6'4", 330, was there, a gain of 2.
Such a great play by Al Woods. He made the big play down there on the goal line, and on that play, he just sheds a blocker, big number 99, and then he fills the hole. That's outstanding. It looked like he had some daylight where he would have easily picked up the first down otherwise.
We are at the 2-minute warning. And a third down and 2. When we come back, 1-point game in Seattle.
Inside the numbers, the key moments of a hard-fought Monday night opener. We'll hear from the winning quarterback and a whole lot more. See you after what looks like a great finish in Seattle. Fellas, back to you.
Scott, thanks. Third down and 2. Snap a bit low underneath Williams. First down. Javonte Williams stays upright and takes it up close to the 49, a gain of 8. But he stayed in bounds and the clock runs. Denver, 3 timeouts left.
No, just an outstanding job by Javonte Williams. The coverage across the board, man-to-man, was pretty good, but they let Javonte Williams get through that line of scrimmage, and everyone was late to pick him up. And so he's able to get it and then get a few more yards after the catch. Excellent call, and Russell Wilson finding him and recognizing what he had.
Wilson has converted 5 of the last 6 third downs. Williams gets the catch, and the tackle made by Barton. He's had a nice night.
Yeah, he has had a nice night, and he reads it right away. I mean, they're trying to set up this screen, and he just went and hit it. He's a little banged up right now on the field, but what a great play by him. You're going to see Barton right here, Telestrator, that he can't come up and make a play. He beats it right away and beats it, the blockers, defeats it, and is right there on Williams. Well, when you need to make a play, Barton just made it.
And now we have an injury timeout. Barton's not the only one down, by the way. There's another Seahawk down flat on his back at the 39. That's Darrell Taylor.
Yeah, it looks like he's got cramps, the way that they're working on him.
Both legs. Barton's able to get up and walk off under his own power. Lost his helmet on that play, but a good play on Javonte Williams. And a loss of 4 on it, 2nd and 14. In case you're wondering about Brandon McManus, the kicker for Denver, he's got a big leg. And it's not just because he kicks in high altitude. His career long 61, which means getting it to the 43-yard line. And the injury takes a timeout away. See those numbers for McManus. Seven for 11 on lead-changing field goal attempts inside the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime. 2nd and 14. Little pump fake from Russell Wilson takes off. We haven't seen him do it much. And now again, they're shutting down this play.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 3rd down.
So they're going to say incomplete pass as that ball hit the turf. Wilson ended up with it, took off, and it stops the clock with 1:04. Let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah, when he did that little pump fake, it bounced out of his hand and right back to him.
I didn't see that.
So 3rd down and 14. Williams makes one man miss. And Javonte to the 46 of Seattle. And that'll bring up 4th down with under a minute to go, a gain of 9.
I think Jerry Jeudy's a little surprised he didn't get that ball. He was going across the field. Nobody was there with him. Instead, Wilson comes out and hits Williams with it. He does an excellent job of running with the football after the catch. But here it is.
Well, they've got 3 timeouts.
Yeah. You'd think they'd want a little time to be able to think this over.
But the clock continues to run on 4th and 5. This is taking forever. And they've used the timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. Well, Troy, you said it earlier. This is the way Russell Wilson would want it, with the ball in his hands here at the end of the ball game. But it's 4th down and 5, and this comes down to one play right here, right now, with about half a minute left to go in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a lot of time off the clock there with Denver having their timeouts and then eventually using it. But, you know, they still have time before they put themselves in a really tough position. All that matters here right now is that they pick up this 1st down. But even after that, they're going to be challenged a little bit. It would be a 64-yard field goal try from this spot. So they pass on that, and now they will go. So they call timeout, and they're going to go 64 yards, and Seattle uses a timeout. And McManus just kicked it, but it doesn't count. So we were on camera, and they switched in the huddle and brought McManus out. And this would be his career long, and I think that caught everybody by surprise. And Pete Carroll uses a timeout, and he's out of timeouts. Well, you were talking about it, Joe. So Brandon McManus has a higher field goal percentage of 50 yards or more on the road than he does at home in the altitude of Denver. His 61-yarder from a year ago was on the road at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
So that's why they let the clock run. They were willing to trot McManus out to try to be a hero here in week 1 on the road in Seattle. From 64, McManus missed it. And the Seahawks are going to win this game. Would have tied for the 2nd longest field goal in NFL history. Looked like he had the distance. And he missed it wide left. And Pete Carroll, with Geno Smith at quarterback and Russell Wilson coming back to town, is going to start 1-0.
Well, that was a decision by Nathaniel Hackett. He's going to have more in his career as a head coach, but the decision that he made was that he trusted Brandon McManus more than he trusted having the ball in Russell Wilson's hand on 4th down.
And Hackett's going to use his timeouts here at the end, hoping for a miracle. So they let it wind down. They weren't in a hurry. Hackett clearly had his mind made up because that play clock was winding down. And with 1 second left, he took his timeout, brought his field goal unit on, and McManus missed from 64. And the Geno chant here in Seattle.
Prior to the snap, Denver takes its second timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
You know, Troy,
15 seconds in the game clock. 15.
a lot of people were wondering if Geno Smith could hold his own here against his Hall of Fame predecessor coming back to town, and I'd say he did that and more.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He came out right from the very start. He got confident, got comfortable in the pocket, made good decisions. Was really the field general that they needed him to be. What a great win for Seattle. A team that not a lot is expected from. Pete Carroll was really enthusiastic coming into this season and believing in the youth of this football team. But to be able to take on the Denver Broncos with all the expectations that come with them and Russell Wilson being their quarterback, what a way to start this year for Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks.
It is interesting, though, that Nathaniel Hackett at the end there had a choice. Do I put the ball in the hands of Russell Wilson on a 4th down and 5, or do I try for the second longest field goal in NFL history? And his choice was the field goal, and it didn't work. And Nathaniel Hackett is just delaying the inevitable here, but well within his rights to use his timeouts. And that's incensed a crowd that's used to booing by now.
Pete's down there on the sidelines leading the cheer to get the crowd noise. Not a happier man right now in America than Pete Carroll.
Clutch defense for the Seahawks. And you can't forget the 12th man. A big factor in this game. They came here early, they were loud, and they never let up. And Russell Wilson, the Broncos, come in here and come up a point short. Not what Russell had in mind and what Geno Smith, I'm sure, was dreaming about. And 8 years between opening day starts for Geno Smith. And he made tonight count. So the Broncos had time, they had timeouts, they had a 4th and 5, and they went with a field goal try instead of Russell Wilson trying to pick up the first down, and they come up 1 point shy. Let's go down to Lisa Salters.
Thanks, Joe. Gino, all you could do is watch from the sidelines as your defense went to work, but what were you thinking when that field goal attempt left his foot?
Man, a complete team win today. Complete team win. We didn't finish the way we like to, but that defense went out there and got it done. They won that game for us, and that's what we need all year. All the phases, we got to do it like that all year.
Everyone was talking about Russell, but this was your return tonight, too. How was the night emotionally for you?
It's just another day. God is so good, man. It's just another day. Just another day in my blessed life.
You told us that all you wanted to do was go out and have fun, but what felt good to you?
Just playing. You know what I mean? 60 minutes of football, just being out here with the guys. This is a hard-fought game. Denver's got a great team. They're going to do great things all year. It's just the beginning for us, for our season. You know, and it's great to come out and get a win in front of our fans. They were electric tonight. They showed up all night. And we got to get back to work, though, man. That's all we got to do.
You're telling me just another game, but I can see the emotion on your face. Did you hear the Geno chants? How'd that make you feel?
Oh, no, I love those fans, man. Thank you, Seattle.
So for the folks you said had written you off, maybe, what do you say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
All right. Congratulations, Geno. Joe.
They wrote me off, and I didn't write back. Lisa said it early. Pete Carroll told us there's nobody I like beating more than the people I know the best. Might be nobody he knows better than Russell Wilson, and Pete Carroll and the Seahawks get the win as DK and Russell exchange jerseys. Next week, don't miss our 2 Monday Night Football matchups on ESPN and ABC. Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt is coming up next on ESPN. This has been a presentation of ESPN's Monday Night Football